It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go, the prettiest sight to see is the crochet Christmas gift that you will make now. Hello. Whoa, sorry, I'm screaming into my crochet hook knife. If you think it's too early for Christmas, it's not, okay? It is definitely not. One, because it's November, and two, because if you're a crocheter, you know that crocheting anything takes a significant amount of time. So if you want to make any crochet gifts, you better start now. So, time to show off my crochet granny square laptop case and whip out the laptop so I can refer to my Pinterest board, which I will link in the description so you can see all of the crochet Christmas gift pattern ideas that I have there. If you're new here, I'm Carla. I make cozy vlogs about my life in London. I love crocheting, doing different crafts, so expect more of that sort of content. But I also do cultural commentary videos on pop culture, sustainability, fast fashion, all of my favorite topics. So if you're interested in any of that, please do subscribe. We're almost at 2,000 subscribers. So exciting. And it would be lovely to have you join this wholesome little community. Grab your drink of choice. I'm having some lavender chamomile tea sort of situation. I don't know, something soothing, and it's quite cold in my flat right now. And let's get into the video and plan our crochet Christmas gifts. Woo! Also, I'm wearing the exact same sweater that I was wearing in my crochet Christmas gifts video from last year. It's there if you want to watch it, but let's talk about the new ideas for this year. I have a few criteria for what makes the perfect crochet Christmas gift, and not just perfect for the recipient, but perfect for you as a crocheter. I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to make a sweater for someone as a gift. And if you want to make something personal that doesn't cost too much money, but is really special, it doesn't need to be this intricate design or a full garment. You can just do little accessories, and I think your recipient will really appreciate it. So some of these things are wearable, some of them are decor items. I think that they're all quite easy to do and aren't going to take you months or even weeks really to finish it. So I don't want you to be stressed this Christmas. That's my whole point. The first Christmas gift idea is the crochet granny square balaclava. You can do mini versions, not mini versions, but you can do versions with smaller granny squares like this, or versions with larger granny squares like these ones. I feel like this is the most viral photo of this granny square crochet balaclava. If you know who this is, comment down below. I'm not sure who it is. I see this all the time, and it's what people always refer to when they're like, I'm gonna make a granny square balaclava. I've pinned a few different patterns so you can just find the one that works best for you, but they're all free and they're video based. There's definitely some free written ones out there. It is essentially making a certain number of granny squares and attaching them to each other in a certain way. Of course, you can do more complex ones, but this is just crochet Christmas gifts, you know? We're not trying to do too much. Or maybe you are, I don't know. And I had this idea for my sister, so this is what she's getting for Christmas. She already knows, don't worry. But she is getting a matching balaclava for her little greyhound Pina, and I was able to find a picture of these sausage dogs with balaclavas. So cute. I kind of didn't like these at first, but they've grown on me. I think it really depends on the sort of color combination you do. If you do a nice crisp edging, if it doesn't look messy, I think it can be really cute. In that realm, a big ass chunky crochet headband, but ear warmers this. You know why this is easy? Because you literally crochet a rectangle and join it together. Again, you can find tons of free patterns. I pinned even one that's just a TikTok one. Chunky yarn, chunky hook, rib stitch is essentially what she did. If you feel like practicing a fun little creative stitch, I don't know, a jasmine stitch or something that's really intricate, do it. This is a great time to practice that because it's such a small project in a simple shape. You're not doing any increases or decreases. However, I would make sure that you still have ribbing somewhere, or that you're using acrylic or something like that that's quite stretchy, because this is going to go around someone's head. You want it to stretch to the size of their head. It's giving very much Scandinavian ice queen vibes, especially if you do like a bright color or a pastel. Another thing that I've seen a lot of people do, which I love and I think I've talked about in a past video, is doing a blanket stitch around this headband, like so. It somehow looks a little bit more personalized and just like a fun extra pop of color with a contrasting stitch. This crochet headband is a good example of practicing a fun little sort of like bauble stitch, it kind of looks like a little bit puffy, while also making sure that the piece itself is still going to stretch enough. And it's a completely free pattern, so try that one out and you can still do it in a fun color. That's the thing, sometimes with free patterns, you might not like the colors they chose or the material they chose, but keep an open mind and just try and imagine, oh, maybe this isn't really my style, but if I just did something simple like changing the type of yarn or the color, it might be something really nice. Another very simple crochet pattern that you can do is a neck warmer. Do you sometimes call them snoods? I don't know. But basically crocheting a large rectangle, making it long enough so it can kind of like bunch up, and there you have a sort of like infinity scarf. I made one of these for my mom and I think I practiced like a little jasmine stitch with it, so that was really, really fun for me to do. Again, this style in the free pattern is quite like basic, there's nothing wrong with it, but if you choose a specific color, maybe if you make it really fuzzy by either brushing out the yarn or stranding it with mohair, you could make it look a lot more like modern and trendy, maybe just a bit more youthful looking if you switch up the yarn. But it's such an easy gift to do. It's kind of mindless because you're just repeating the same rows over and over again. Sometimes we love that with crochet, sometimes we don't, but I think when you're trying to pump out a bunch of gifts, having something repetitive can be really useful. So don't knock a neck warmer. I know that we don't wear them that much anymore, but like they can be really cute, especially if you make it fluffy. I'm going to really quickly list out some ideas that I had last year that I still love that are wearable, and then we'll move into like non-wearable items. First are scrunchies, making them in really cute colors, maybe making them in fuzzy mohair yarn, maybe doing a contrasting stitch on the end. There are tons of free tutorials on how to make a little crochet scrunchie. Probably the most common way you'll see people make a crochet scrunchie is by using a hairband sort of as the foundation chain and doing single crochets around it, and then just continuing to crochet until it's like as big and crinkly as they like. But I personally pinned this person's little video tutorial on how to do it. She made a rectangle first, like a looped rectangle, and then folded it around a hairband and crocheted it shut. You can see the whole video here. I think this might be a better way to do it just because you won't see the hairband through the yarn, especially if you're working just with mohair and nothing else. If you want to get a little fancy with your gifts, a little expensive, then you might want to go with this method just because it'll cover up the hairband. Another idea from last year that I still love are little fingerless gloves. So easy to do, you don't have to worry about like really any increasing at all. You can make it entirely out of rectangles, except for the thumb. If you add a thumb, then yeah. These can be made with granny squares or just with like a normal stitch all throughout. Pretty much just making 2 squares, leaving a hole for your thumb, and then actually crocheting a little finger for the thumb, and then doing a ribbed cuff. If you're an advanced crocheter, you can probably just figure it out on the fly. But if not, then there are going to be tons of free patterns that I will include, but again, get imaginative with the colors you do, the materials you use, because like I said earlier, you might not like the exact design that the pattern used, but you can use the pattern to make something of your own. I also still love these vine socks and then these colorwork crochet socks. They look like knit, which I think is absolutely insane. Definitely a more advanced project. You wouldn't be able to do this in like an hour, but a pretty small garment and a way to sort of test your skills, you know, and challenge yourself. I haven't made any crochet socks and I kind of want to. The only thing is I feel like I would only wear them around the house, which is fine, especially for like a cozy day at home. So yeah, maybe I'll treat myself and make myself some socks. Okay, next we're going to move into new accessories. I think I have tons of accessories in my other videos, but here are a few new ones that I have this year. The first is a drawstring crochet bag. There's this free pattern. You could use a fun color and this is perfect for anyone who loves makeup or like getting ready with the girls. It's pretty much the same concept as the flat lay bag. I actually have one that went viral on TikTok. I got mine as a gift. I actually don't use it that much, but I love the concept because, you know, so many of us get ready sitting on the floor and just like having a pile of stuff on the floor. If you could just spread out your bag and then pack it up really quick. It is a really great idea. And I like this gift idea because you can also pair it with other things. Like you could buy them, I don't know, a new lipstick or a new blush, like maybe something that's trending or that they really want to try. And you can put it inside the little crochet makeup bag that you made for them. And then they'll have this super useful makeup bag that they've probably been wanting anyways, honestly. Next is a laptop case. I honestly wish I had made a laptop case like this for mine, and I might in the future if I have this type of yarn. But basically making it with, it's either called like ribbon yarn, jersey yarn, or t-shirt yarn, especially in this cobalt blue. It's like, I love it. It looks so good. Again, you make 2 rectangles, that's the size of their laptop, and then add some sort of closure. You can do a zipper, you can do a hook and a button, you could do Velcro, you could do so many things, so laptop case. Also in this ribbon yarn, a little coffee cup holder, which would really just be 2 rectangles, one for the coffee cup, one for the strap. So impractical, but if you have a friend who's kind of quirky and would feel safe carrying that around, then it could be a vibe. Maybe if it had a bottom, that would be better than it'd just be like a normal carrying case. But it's kind of cute. I guess it's mostly just for photos, to be honest. Also making a little AirPods case. Again, this is just going to be rectangles, and you're going to be able to find so many free patterns for this. And finally, I've talked about this before, but we all love storage, so making someone these little crochet baskets is so useful. I think the ribbon yarn, again, is super modern, and it's trendy, but it's not too, like, in your face. Like, I think you'll still like it in a few years, but you could also do it with, like, rattan yarn, and then it'll look like a proper woven basket. The next crochet Christmas gift idea is a hot water bottle cover. I am from the US and I live in the UK, and this might also be a thing in the US, but I never experienced it. But people here in the UK use hot water bottles all winter just to keep warm, and I'm sure in tons of other countries. I never did that in the US. I had a hot water bottle, but it was only like if I had cramps or my stomach hurt, and I hardly ever used it. And I thought it was quite like random when I moved here that people use it just to keep warm. But now I do too. I'll like sleep with it for a little bit at night, and then I end up putting it just on the floor once I get too hot. But it's kind of a game changer. So I'm curious if you do that where you're from. It probably is a thing in the US, and I just didn't know, but I'm here for it. This is a gift that I'm making for my mom, but a little makeup pouch, not a flat lay one, but just one that can zip. But I saw these that actually have like a sort of like clutch clasp, and if you look up a metal purse frame, you can buy that part and basically crochet a bag, and then the last row, the top row of the bag, crochet around the handles, and then you have like a snap close bag. I'm not doing that because I don't want to buy some metal from Amazon for like 10 pounds because that's how much they cost, but I do think they're really cute. So if you want to do it, I can live through you. Or you can just do a zipper like I'm gonna do. And I think that's a cute idea. And again, you could put something in the bag for the recipient. I think the last accessory I have is for anyone who likes to travel or hike or go on long walks. And it's this little bottle bag, Portofino bag set. Again, you could give them a water bottle, a nice water bottle if they don't have one already. But the bag itself is really cute, just to like sling it over your shoulder if you don't want to carry another bag and you don't want to just be holding your bottle like raw. It's kind of summery, beachy vibes, so I don't know if it's the best Christmas gift idea, but if you live in a warm place or you don't really care, I mean, the gift can be for any season, I think it's a very cute one to make. Speed round, I want to quickly talk about some very Christmassy ones. First is this little Christmas mouse, and it's so cute, and I love a soft ornament because they don't break, and they feel so like vintage and homey. Maybe I'll make that. I have so much scrap yarn, so could be a good idea. Next is a crochet snowflake. You could do so much with this. You could make it a keychain. You could make it a coaster. You could make it an ornament. And if you're going to make it any of those things, I would suggest maybe using cotton or something a bit stiffer so it's not all like floppy. But honestly, it doesn't matter if it's just going to be hanging there or laying flat. I think it'd be cute as a coaster to have around the house as Christmas. And if you make it with something like very washable like cotton, it can even be used to like wipe up if you spill a little bit of hot chocolate or coffee and then pop it in the wash right away, you know? Or hand wash it. Probably be easy to hand wash it. Next are these croissant keychains. And what I love about this is I don't have a pattern, but if you just look up like an unrolled croissant, it's a long triangle. You could make a long triangle and roll it up and sew where you need to sew so it doesn't come undone, and then you have a little croissant. I think that's so cute. I'm obsessed with that. Again, could be a keychain, could just be a little plushie, could be an ornament, could be anything. Another food item is this little pretzel keychain, and I don't have a pattern for this one. I'm sure you can find a free pattern. But what I would do, honestly, is look up how to crochet an I-cord and then twist it into a pretzel shape. And again, sew it in the spots where you need to sew it. Add these little white bits afterwards. These look like little white like beads. And you have a pretzel. This is perfect for someone who like lives in New York, or who's moving to New York, or who just really likes pretzels. I don't know. And finally, we'll end with some extremely Christmassy items. First off being this little crochet Christmas tree ornament. And I love this, again, because it's just crocheting a strip of green, getting these wooden beads, and weaving it through. And then you're done. There's not even any sewing. It's just tying things. Another is this very classic looking ornament. And to me, what it looks like is that you crochet a bunch of circles, pinch each one together in the middle, and then attach them all, and then you have this like fun little shape. I don't know what you call that, but it looks very Christmassy to me. And if you watch this whole video and you don't even know how to crochet, you're in luck, because I have included one item that does not involve crocheting and actually just involves wrapping yarn around something. These are these little letter ornaments. So you could literally make a letter out of some sturdy cardboard, put some hot glue on it, wrap your yarn, choose like a fun yarn like this little candy cane one, and then add a string so that they can hang it on their tree. You can do their initial, you can do their family initial, or you can do your own initial so they always remember who made it for them. Those are all the crochet Christmas gift ideas I have for this year. I hope you enjoyed it. I tried to make it not basic, but still easy and still fun to make for yourself. So let me know if you end up making any of these. I certainly am making quite a few of them. I actually just ordered all of the yarn that I need for my crochet Christmas gifts this year today. So I'm very excited for them to come in the mail so I can start making and start vlogging it. So if you're interested in any of that, please do subscribe. We have lots of fun videos coming up this fall/winter. As always, thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!